Welcome to Once Upon a Case, because the law isn't just for lawyers, it's for everyone. Let's break down Ewing v. Goldstein, a landmark case from 2004 that changed the way mental health professionals handle threats of violence. Picture this. A therapist hears from a patient's father that the patient might hurt someone. The therapist doesn't get the threat directly from the patient, but from a third party, the dad. Now here's the big question. Does the therapist have a legal duty to warn the potential victim? Or is that duty only triggered if the patient themselves makes the threat? To understand why this matters, let's rewind to the famous Tarasoff case from the 1970s. That's when the California Supreme Court said therapists have a duty to warn if a patient threatens to harm someone. But Tarasoff left some gray areas, especially about who can communicate the threat. Fast forward to Ewing v. Goldstein. In this case, Dr. Goldstein was treating a man named Colello. Colello's father told Dr. Goldstein that Colello was talking about harming someone, Stephen Ewing. Dr. Goldstein got worried and actually had Colello temporarily hospitalized. But after Colello was released, he did end up killing Ewing. Ewing's family sued, saying Dr. Goldstein should have done more to warn Stephen Ewing directly. So what did the court decide? The court said that therapists' duty to warn isn't just triggered by what the patient says. If a family member or someone close to the patient tells the therapist about a credible threat, that counts too. In other words, therapists can't ignore warnings from third parties. They have to take them seriously and act if there's a foreseeable risk. This ruling made a huge difference in mental health law. It expanded the duty to protect potential victims, making it clear that therapists can't just stick their heads in the sand if someone other than the patient raises the alarm. It also gave therapists a bit more guidance about when to break confidentiality, something that's always a tough call in these situations. So, what's the big takeaway from Ewing v. Goldstein? If you're a mental health professional, you have to listen carefully, not just to your patient, but to anyone who might have credible information about a threat. And if you hear something serious, you have a legal duty to act and an ethical duty to act. Cases like this show just how complicated the balance is between patient privacy and public safety. But thanks to Ewing v. Goldstein, the rules are a little clearer for everyone. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you next time.